Welcome to the Bible in a Year with the One Year Church. This is day 406. We are so close. Just 60 more days and we're done. I know it's hard to believe, but we've only got 60 more days together of doing this. So if you could share this with your friends, help us get to that goal of reaching as many people as possible with the gospel of Jesus Christ. Today's story is actually one of my favorites. It's the parable of the talents. And what's interesting about this parable is it's actually one of the few parables that Jesus told that was not directed at the religious leaders. It was actually directed at those who believed in him, his disciples. So this is found in Matthew chapter 25, verses 14 to 30. Let's read the passage first. So it's the day of the Lord. It's judgment day. And a master called his servants, he who had received the gifts, that is the talents, and he wanted to settle accounts. So 5 of them that had received the talents were brought before him. Now they had traded and made profits, and he was pleased. He was very pleased. Well, to one who had received 5 talents, he said, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a small matter, so I will give you many things as a reward. Enter into the joy of your master." And to him who had received 2 talents, he said likewise, "Well done, good and faithful servant. Since you have been faithful in a small matter, you shall be made ruler over a great city." Then he also said to the one who had received 1 talent, "You wicked and slothful servant, so you also ought to have put my money into the bank, where I could have collected even interest on it. For in this way, collecting my own, I would have gathered all things together, and no doubt would have made a profit. So he will make him who was a debtor, a slave, and took away his 1 talent, and cast him into outer darkness. There he will be continually weeping and gnashing his teeth. Then the other servants, that is the people, that is the believers who had received the talents, they went out into the fields to receive their master's money back, that is their investment. And they were all surprised and very sad. But the master said, 'Do not fear, little flock, for your Father delights to give you the kingdom.'" All right, let's break this down a little bit. What exactly is going on here? Well, there's a lot of different opinions. Some say this is talking about the second coming of Christ. Others say this is the judgment after the tribulation. I believe this is simply the judgment of believers. And what's interesting is the word judgment is only found 3 times in the New Testament when it refers to believers. So what are the rewards and what are the punishments? Well, in this parable, there are 3 punishments and there are 3 rewards. The 3 punishments are those who received 5 talents and didn't invest it, who received 2 talents and didn't invest it, and who received 1 talent and didn't invest it. The one who received 5 talents made 5 talents. The one who received 2 talents made 2 talents, and the one who received 1 talent, he didn't make anything. In fact, he lost what he was given. What are the rewards? Well, those who received 5 talents and made 5, he was rewarded with many. Those who received 2 talents and made 2, he was made a ruler of a great city. And then, of course, the one who received the 1 talent, he didn't lose anything. He simply didn't gain anything. What is a talent? A talent was basically a unit of currency. It was a bag of silver coins. And it says that the master gave these talents to his servants, that's the believers, and he went on a journey. Well, he didn't go on a journey. He went to heaven. The Bible teaches us that when Christ went to the cross, he didn't go to hell, he went to heaven. When he was raised from the dead, he ascended up into heaven, and he's seated at the right hand of the Father. And it says that he gave the church, he gave the believers the task while he was gone to take care of his money. That is his word, his gospel, his work, while he was gone. And when he came back, he was going to settle accounts. And the Bible tells us that every single one of us will stand before the judgment seat of Christ, and we will give an account for every idle word we speak. But here's the difference. If we are Christians, we don't have to fear that judgment because Jesus already died for us. Our punishment has already been paid in full. We are not under the law. We are under grace. And so this parable is showing us how important it is for us to invest our time, our energy, our finances, our abilities, and our efforts into advancing God's kingdom while we are waiting for His return. So what do you think? What kind of investments have you made while you've been here on earth? How much time, energy, finances, abilities, and efforts have you invested into God's work? Take a moment to think about that. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.